Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, I'm just going to give you a brief history about myself. Should I put it like history? Okay, something brief about myself and what this channel is going to be all about. So let's get ready and get into it. Okay, hi, welcome back. So as I said earlier, I was just going to tell you a little bit about myself. And yes, this whole channel is just going to be about the processes I went through traveling all the way from Ghana to the States, and how maybe it could be of benefits to other people who want to move to the States, probably through schooling or something. Yes, so that is what this channel is going to be all about, and maybe travel lifestyle, you get it? Yes, so let's get into it. So yeah, I'm Emanuela, as I said, and I'm currently in the States. I moved from Ghana to the US just like a couple of months ago, and I'm schooling right now at Northeastern University. I'm a biotechnology student. I'm just done with my first semester so far, and it was a little bit loopsy, let me put it in that sense, wiggly wobble like that. So, but it went well. It went well so far, and I've met a couple of new people. I've been transitioning to a new culture, and so yeah, this channel we are probably going to talk about more schooling, more of American lifestyle, compared to the Ghanaian lifestyle. And yes, have fun on this channel. So join me, and let's start. So was it this year or a couple of years back, I was applying to move from Ghana to pursue my master's degree. So I tried just 2 countries, funny enough. I tried a lot of schools in the UK, and then I tried like 4 schools in the US. So I think I applied to 8 schools in the UK, and funny enough, I got admission to all of the schools, And yes, after I got admission to all those schools, I told my parents about it, and then my parents, funny enough, they were like, they're not going to let me go to the UK, so unless I choose another country, which includes the United States. So I was like, okay, fine. I've applied to some few schools in the US, so let's just hope that I get admission to any of them. But prior to that, I was still working in Ghana. I finished my undergrad as a medical laboratory scientist at KNUST, and yes, I was currently working in Ghana as a laboratory scientist. So through and through, fast forward to this year, I got admission to Northeastern University. Yay. And when I got admission to Northeastern University and I told my parents about it, they were like, okay, fine, I can start the process. So I accepted the admission. I paid my enrollment fee, and funny enough, I didn't pay any application fee for applying to Northeastern University. So I got to hear about Northeastern University through their Global Leadership Summit that they held in Ghana, I think earlier this year in March at the Kempinski Hotel. So through that summit, that was when I got to learn more about the school. I got this interest so much in the school, so I decided to apply there. And then I got an application fee waiver code. So funny enough, the application fee was waived. So I got admission to Northeastern University. As I said, I accepted, paid my enrollment fee, and yes, fast forward, I'm here. So after paying my enrollment fee, the school gets into contact with you. They start emailing you a lot, telling you about what to do next, helping you with the processes just to get to the States and start schooling here. So yeah, after paying the enrollment fee, I got into contact with the academic counselor and the enrollment counselor. I went through the process with them. I used to have Zoom calls with them prior to registering of courses, getting my I-20, and then getting a visa date in Ghana, which all of you know is kind of like a trouble. Yes. So I sailed through. I got my visa date. I went for my interview. Oh, you guys should have been there with me that day. It was scary. I don't know if it's just me, but like I was so freaked out to death on that day. It was, yeah. So I went to the embassy that morning. It was my turn to be interviewed. I think my interview time was around 8:30 in the morning. So yeah, I went inside, I was interviewed, and I think I was asked like 2 questions of all the things I practiced for. I was asked like 2 questions. Oh my god. When I got there, the interviewer was like, that's the counselor, whatever they put it, I've forgotten the name. So he asked me, what is my purpose of coming to the United States? And my second question was how I'll be funding my education in the United States. So I told him about it, and he gave me the white paper. Anybody who has applied to come to the US before knows about that white paper and the blue paper thing. So yes, I got the white paper. I was shaking, I was freaked out. And then I just ran out of the embassy before that man changes his mind. And I called my mom. I told her about it. I called my dad. And then, yes, we just jubilated, and then I came home. And then after I got my visa, funny enough, I just had a couple of days to leave Ghana. So I just had like 4 or 5 days to pack up and leave Ghana. And funny enough, my parents were planning ahead for me when I had not gone for my visa interview. And my mom used to say, don't you have faith? Don't you think you get the visa? I'm like, I'm scared. Let me go do this thing before I decide to buy anything or plan. But after I got the visa, and then I called them and I told them about it, that it has been approved, they were like, we've already bought a couple of things, you just need to buy 1 or 2 things, because we knew your school start date was closed. So I packed. My mom moved all the way from Kumasi to Accra. She came to help me pack, get ready, and you know, the rest was history till I got to the airport, and then I flew all the way to the States.
Yes, so I
think I have that shows me moving all the way from Ghana to the States. So I was in the plane for 10 hours, 10 minutes. And before the flight was ready, funny enough, when I got to the airport that day, after they checked my luggages in and everything, I was told that the flight was delayed. Oh my god. I was like, why? These people don't want me to leave Ghana. So the flight was scheduled at 10 p.m. and then they told us that the flight has delayed and it's going to come like 2 a.m. God. I was like, why? So I went to sit at the boarding gate, and I was there till 2 a.m. with a couple of people that were also coming to the States that were using the same flight as I was. And they told us at 2 a.m. that the flight has still delayed. Good. It was just funny. So, you know, I was just blank. Like, my mind was blank at that moment. So afterwards, I stayed till like 5 a.m. and then we were told that the flight was now in. So they, you know, gave us some breakfast at the boarding gate and then searched us once again, carry-on luggages and all those things. And after searching us, you know, we were queued, and then they called in the pilot and the flight attendant. And then afterwards, I think the first class people went in business class and then economy. So when we sat in the flight, and then we took off, I think we took off like 6 a.m. finally from Ghana, which was on the 28th of August. Yes, so we took off and then we came all the way to New York, JFK. So let me tell you about what happened to me at JFK. So when I got off the flight and then we went to immigration, and then they I think they asked us some few questions. I think I was asked where I was going to stay in the States and where I was going to, the school I was going to, and they took my I-20 to verify, and then they put a stamp in my passport. So from there, I went to pick up my luggages at the carousel, and then went to drop them off again, passed through customs, and then went to drop them off again. And then this was the place that I was supposed to look for the next terminal and find my connecting flight to where I am right now. So I was in the airport, and then I asked a lady ahead of me, I was like, please, do you know where Terminal 4A19 is? She was like, oh, just follow the marks on the wall, you know, the directions and blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, fine. So I followed through. I climbed this stairs or something, and then I got upstairs to this terminal. They had written Terminal 4, so I assumed that was my terminal. Funny enough, I entered a train. And I didn't ask where the train was going to. In my head, I've watched a lot of TikTok videos, so I'm like, okay, the train is going to go to the terminal I'm going to. God, no way the train was going to Jamaica. So there was this man sitting by me in the train, and then I asked him, at that time the train had not yet taken off. So I asked the man where the train was going to, and the man told me that, oh, the train is going to Jamaica. I was like, oh my God, come and see the way I carry on luggage and just left the train. And then I got out. As soon as I got out of the train, the door of the train got shut. I'm like, God, thank you. By now I would have been in Jamaica. My parents would have been looking for me. So yes, I got out the train, and I asked a guy there, and then he was like, oh, go back upstairs, that's where Terminal 4A19 is. So when I got there, you know, I was checked again, and then I went to look for A19, and I had a seat. Funny enough, I just had like 15 minutes for my flight to leave. So because my flight delayed in Ghana, I had 3 hours layover in JFK, but because the flight delayed in Ghana, I just had a couple of minutes to find my flight and then leave. So I got into my connecting flight, and I left JFK to Portland. So when I landed in Portland, I waited for a friend of mine who was also coming to Northeastern. She's currently doing my program too. And then we both moved to where we were staying. So this is a little bit about me and about my travel all the way from Ghana to the States. So we are probably going to do another video, hopefully maybe today or tomorrow, where we're going to talk about how we did the whole traveling process from Ghana to the States, purposely to Northeastern University, and also, you know, what Northeastern has to offer to anybody who wants to come to our school. So catch you guys on the next episode. Okay, cheers, thank you. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and let people get to know about my channel so that they can also watch and benefit from it. Okay, thank you.